And can you see it, the screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. Yes. Yes. So welcome everybody. You know why you are here, so I won't go through the content of the course. But it could be good to mention that the course is not covering about improving your coding skills in Python, because there are other courses for that. Instead, this course focus in how you can run your program and how you can develop your Python code on HPC cluster, and also how to use our resources when you are running your Python code, basically. So I guess that some of you are new to any of the systems and are here just because you are interested in how things will work. If you will have an account in the future in one of our NAISS systems. But we can say that what we will cover today is we have different tabs for UPPMAX, for HPC2N, LUNARC, and NSC. These are 4 of the centers in Sweden. We also have Dardel at PDC in Stockholm and Alvis at Chalmers in Göteborg. And we will probably include material from their centers in the next round of this course. So we plan to give this course in spring and fall every year. So if you would come back in April, May or something, then also other centers will probably be covered. Yes. When we present the material today, we will mainly focus on NSC today and tomorrow on UPPMAX, and this is because of some network work in the SUNET university network at the different places. So today we are rather sure that NSC will work all day, whereas we could have some problems at the other centers. Tomorrow we are quite sure that the UPPMAX will work. So that's why we focus our teaching at least. And you're also welcome to follow us at UPPMAX tomorrow. You have also the possibility to try to run your code and examples and exercises in Kebnekaise and at Cosmos, if you already have accounts there, if you would like to see how it works. But you can also follow us when we do our work on NSC and UPPMAX. Some practicals. We have a code of conduct that you can look at. It's about being nice to each other. Nothing new, I would say. And Zoom, you have been in many Zoom meetings so far, so I think you know how things are working. We would like you to have more technical issues or direct communication with the teacher at the Zoom chat, whereas other things could be written in the collaboration document, which is this link here. I will open this in a new window, and it will. So if you go to this page and scroll down a little, yeah, you see some information here about how to log in and so. But here you can pose a question. So if you want, you can start to just look at this. Try to, so what is the weather at your days. And if you want to, you can answer below here. Just to see how it works. We will also record today, and the lectures and demos will be recorded, but not the exercises. So when we turn off the recording, you're free to have more conversations with us. And of course, you're allowed to speak also when we record, but that will also mean that you will be online on YouTube. And if you don't want that, then we can speak later. Yes. So we will make some breakout rooms for exercises as well. Yes, and we think that you have done some preparations. So you who are here, we hope that you have been able to log in. And then things should be right. Yes. And yeah, there are many words here. We have the HPC centers, UPPMAX, HPC2N, LUNARC, and NSC. So these will be shown in the tabs, so you can choose the right center for you. You will also see some other names, for instance, Rackham, and that is one of the clusters at UPPMAX. We also will use Snowy for GPU exercises. We also have something called Bianca, which is for sensitive data, but this will not be covered today. If you're interested, there are some links in the extra reading on Bianca cluster. There you can find some other links to our Bianca course and some documentation. Yes, and for HPC2N, the cluster is named Kebekaise, and LUNARC has two systems, Cosmos and Cosmos Sense for sensitive data. And today we will work mainly on TetaLit, which is on NSC, Linköping. Yes. And I think this will be covered again in the batch session later today. But this is how a typical HPC center looks like, or HPC cluster looks like. So when you log in, you will come to a login node. Which is here, and you will sit on one of these computers, and you connect to this login node, and from there you can reach compute nodes where you can do more heavy work. So this is a principle at all the centers here in Sweden, that when you log into a cluster, you will come to the login node, and then you manually have to apply for or allocate resources from the compute nodes. Yes. And this is an overview of UPPMAX. So you come to the login node, and then you will see that you can reach the calculation nodes with the two commands. You can also reach from Rackham these Snowy GPU nodes, also with these commands here, SBatch and interactive. More about this in the before lunch. The same principle for the other systems. Kebekaise is standalone, so we don't have any other system that you connect to from Kebekaise. LUNARC works the same, and NSC with TetaLit works the same. Yes, So this is scheduled for today, and so we will start with the introduction of the Python and log in and load run and find passive packages. And later on, we will get more info about analysis with matplotlib and pandas and numpy. And tomorrow we will, pandas will be tomorrow, and also the graphical interface Seaborn. We will also cover parallelisms tomorrow, and by big data, and also machine learning and deep learning. Oh, okay. So it's time for you now that if you haven't done so already, that is to try to log in. And if you have problems, please let us know. You can put in the chat, and we will try to help you. We can also have some breakout rooms where we help you in. Hopefully this is already working for you. But so if you finish with the steps down here, you could show with this green check mark, maybe, that you're finished, so that we know that. And otherwise, we will try to help you. So it's about logging in, and then we would like you, if you haven't done so already, to go to the course project and create a storage directory. So for NSC, vanished. Yes, you create the working directory here when you're logged in. And I'm sorry, it's not here, but if you go to like HPC to N, no, UPPMAX, you do like this, make dir, Mr. Yeah, and your name. Yes. And you will see your username in the prompt. And it's nice if you use the same when you create your directory. Birgitte, should they also download the exercises? Or should we wait?
The exercises will be there with the when you clone it, so it shouldn't be necessary. Just let them clone it.
Yeah, so you git clone like this.
Especially since I forgot to update the tarball after fixing the tetralit exercises. So
yeah.
go with the cloning.
Yes. So when you have created this and you have entered your directory, then you do this git clone, and then you will get a copy of all the material in this folder. And the good thing with this is that you don't pollute your home directory that can easily be full. So it's nice to have this project folder where we have more storage. Yes, yeah, so it's limited space, of course, in the home directory. Let's see here. Yeah, we have one question if this is useful for users of PDC. I would say partly. We will have a link to the documentation, and I think you have already found it, maybe. They have the possibility to use Anaconda in another way than us. Unfortunately, we did not have the time for this course moment to include the other.
Well, there should
So,
be limited differences between all the
yeah,
HPC centers, so
yeah.
it
So
should work, but
yes,
most of it,
so
yes.
yeah. So when you have loaded the modules, then everything will work the same. So these are the things that will be different.
Yeah, and how you check for modules will also be the same.
Yes. Yeah. Uh, okay. So with this, yeah, I can also say that the recordings will be available. Maybe you should answer that, Birgitte.
They will be available, but how long it takes depends on how much I need to cut questions from it.
Yeah.
So it might take a while or it might be quick, but they should be available in some days. And they will go to HPC2N's YouTube channel.
Yeah, and I think actually what is true is that we aren't allowed to show you in the recordings. We can do it. We can show our faces and we can talk because we are employees and we are we are employed by the state somehow. But your personal information should be more confidential and it shouldn't be shared when we share our YouTube recordings. So yeah, there are laws for this, so that's why we would like you to not be included in the recording.
Yeah, so I will do my best to remove you if you end up there. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But now we take some time to really see that we have created these directories and that you are all logged in. And I won't bother you until you have a question or so. So good luck.
Yeah, and the time with hands-ons and exercises and questions and things like that, that I will just cut out so you can freely ask during those times. And
Yeah,
otherwise, there's
please
a
no.
Q&A document.
Mm. Yeah, so when you are logged in, you do this cd, change directory, and on UPPMAX, this will be project HPC Python fall. And for HPC2N, it will be this. And LUNARC, yes, here it is. And NSC, yes, here it is. So since we are trying to work mainly on NSC today, I would recommend you to log in there and go here. And you do that with this CD and make the name.
If you don't have an account at Tetralit and you have one at somewhere else and
Yes.
you want to work there, then you are very welcome to do so.
Hmm.
Okay, so I will go through this introduction here that is mainly about Python and a little bit about where to find documentation at other centers. And that will give people a little bit more time to work also, because there's nothing that you need to do in this one. Anyway, so as was said before, if you want to go to the syllabus page, you can click here on the house here. or just go following this link. So that is where you go if you want to see the syllabus again. What we hope that you will learn from this course is how to load Python modules and how to find site install Python packages, and to create a virtual environment and to install Python packages with pip. At these centers here, Tetralit should also have been mentioned there. We will also write a batch script for running Python. You will use the compute nodes with batch jobs and with interactive jobs. And we will look at some IDEs, and we will use Python in parallel, Python for machine learning, deep learning also, and GPUs with Python. So it is 2 days, as you know. So it will be divided in 2 days, as Björn mentioned. What is Python? Well, as you probably already know, it combines power with clear syntax. It has modules, classes, exceptions, high-level dynamic data types, and dynamic typing. And there are interfaces to many system calls and libraries, as well as to various windowing systems. One thing that makes Python different to at least many other language is its open source ecosystem for scientific computing and machine learning. So there is a lot of libraries written for both scientific computing and machine learning. NumPy, SciPy, scikit-learn, and PyTorch, and many others. And we have gathered some links here to the official Python documentation, to the Python forum, an introduction to packages. There's also a YouTube video that is a good introduction to writing concurrent programs that you can go to here later. And then the book High Performance Python is a good source. So these things here are good. Good places to go and look. And if you want to improve your programming skills, that is not what this course does, but here are some links to places where you can go and get more information on that. There is the Carpentries. They teach basic lab skills for research computing. And here are links to their programming with Python and their plotting and programming with Python for software carpentries courses. There's a general introduction to Python by UPPMAX here. And if you are more at intermediate level, there are other courses and workshops given by NAISS HPC centers. There's a Pandas course, and parts of that Pandas course will be included in this, or it has been reworked to go to in this course. There is a matplotlib for publication course. And Code Refinery also develops and maintains training material for software best practices for researchers who already write code. And there are some links here also. Aalto Scientific Computing. Aalto University also has some very good material. And you can look at here. This is the Python for scientific computing. I think this is a very good page. And they have a lot of information from their course there. So if you know even more about Python, then ENCCS has some courses for more advanced programming. And also these 2 links that I mentioned before here. Documentation at other NAISS centers. Okay, LUNARC is now part of this, so it should probably not be listed here anymore, but maybe we should actually put the links for all the centers here. There are some links if you are at C3SE. There is one link about how to use Python at PDC here. Then these links here, or not links, but project IDs and storage directories, they are important, so I'm reiterating them here. So this is the project ID. You use it in the batch jobs or for interactive jobs. The storage directory is where you go and put your exercises and material and run your exercises from. And as Björn said, this is because there's more space there. And there might be a problem at LUNARC, but LUNARC also has a lot more space in their home directories than the other centers, so it should work to run from there. Okay. And if you haven't already, you can get the material by doing git clone this URL here, like I have done here. So I went to, this is on HPC2N. Sorry, I went to this directory here. And then I created a directory for myself. I went to this directory and then I did git clone and this link here. And I did the same at UPPMAX. The storage directory is named slightly differently at the centers. The reason for this is that Super will not, where you create these projects, they will not allow you to name the project, the storage directory the same as what is at any other center. So that's just how it is. So you can also download the zip file and unzip it. I would say don't do that. Just clone it. It's much easier. And when you have cloned it, then you will get a directory here, this, that is named HPC-Python. Go into it. And then inside of it, there's a directory called exercises. And we can try go to that. I'm using tab to autocomplete. And that means it's easier to type long sentences. And here under exercises, there are some of the exercises that will be run in the Python notebook, Jupyter notebooks later. And there is also a directory examples, which contains some examples for each of the centers. Also, the Python programs will be in this directory here. And there is one for each of the centers. So, and this will look the same whatever center you go to and clone it. So this is nice, of course. So objectives will teach you how to navigate the module system. We will show you how to find out which versions of Python and which versions of packages are installed. Those two things will work very much the same at all centers. The packages, the modules may be named differently, the versions may be differently, but how you find them, it's the same. And we will look at the package handler pip, explain how to create and use virtual environments, show you batch jobs, also interactive jobs, show examples on parallel computing and GPUs, guide you in Python tools for machine learning. And there will be stuff about big data and matplotlib as well. So these objectives have not been updated. Okay. I will stop here and I will see if everyone has finished their setups in the breakout rooms before we continue to loading and running and using packages. Because this is more important that everyone learns about.